because the state has to secure him as a person and also secure the secrets that he has as a person that held office of president. So even if a trip is private, the state will still have to send officers ahead of him, will still have to check who's inviting him, who is he talking to, what sort of people are these, and so on. So if no notice is given to government, and government is unable to provide security to be able to check ahead of the former president, then the former president cannot be allowed to move. He cannot, therefore, just decide to go out of jurisdiction without the institution that protects state security clearing him. Not even a sitting president goes without clearance. Protection of state security needs adequate preparation. There must always be adequate preparation, because the former president is no ordinary person and he is no private citizen. He is an institution and he is state property. Just flip the coin on the other side. Say, for example, the former president went somewhere and government is not aware that he has left, and something happens there. The Zambian people will turn around and say, you are a responsible and reckless government. How is it possible that a former head of state went somewhere where you're not aware? So we are responsible for the former head of state. And therefore, there is no one gagging his movements or infringing on his rights. He knows and understands the protocols that go with that office. There are no private movements, especially those out of the country. Wherever he goes, he ought to inform the government, and the government will make adequate preparations. We want to state here that restriction of movements of former presidents is everywhere. Former heads of state know too much to mingle with every Jim and Jack and in any jurisdiction of their choice. This is something former President Edgar Lungu must learn to live with. He will not take government by surprise. He will have to give government adequate notice, and if government is not ready to provide necessary security, he will be stopped from traveling. Ladies and gentlemen, countrymen and women, dear youth, this matter is not debatable. This is what the office of the former president entails. It's not a question of debating. It's simple. The state must always know where the former head of state is going, whom he is meeting with, the nature of the business, and where he is going to reside, for example. When we talk about the protocols, the decorum, when a former head of state travels outside Zambia, the jurisdiction where he's going, our head of mission, by protocol, is obligated to go and receive him at the airport. He's received by our ambassador there, or our high commissioner there, because he's a former head of state. And there's this full complement of government wings to do with security and everything else at our mission in any country he's going, and therefore those are taken care of. So there is no way a former president can go and land in a foreign country. Imagine he's landing there. When something happens, our high commissioner there, our ambassador, has no idea that our former president is in that country. The state is not aware that he left the country. It will be seen as reckless, irresponsible. Therefore, these matters are going to be ironed out, and the office of the 60th Republican President and Cabinet Office are currently engaging to ensure that we iron out these matters and have a smooth flow going forward. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you. Okay, unless you have questions, I'm out.
Anybody who has questions? We'll take it. There are no questions. Thank you so much, Derek.
Thank you very much.